How's it going, everybody? This is Taylor from the PRN Pig Racing Network. Today we welcome you to Kansas Speedway, where today the Indycar drivers are looking to get a crazy battle here in today's race. It's Anthony Fitch and Eli Gordon will make up your front two right now. Last week we saw a it wasn't very interesting, but then again it was action-packed, as there were a few passes for the lead. And there were some stuff that was going on that, yeah, it was pretty okay. Wasn't the best race in the world, but it was definitely a good race. Today, we take it to Kansas, and these IndyCar drivers are going to be very crazy. Last week we saw I think it was Marcus Bolton, who won the race. And right now, you can look at the starting lineup here. It is a nice little lineup here. I'll let the lineup go through here for the next few seconds, and then we'll get this race underway.
Drivers, start your engines!
Okay, so they're off and running. Anthony Finch will take us to the green flag here. 67 laps here. This track is known for not being such a very eventful race. But hopefully it's just as eventful as California was. Maybe less, maybe a little less, but no, you never know. The purple pace car shoots left. We're about to go racing at Kansas. Buggity. Let's go racing at Kansas, boys. Eli Gordon with the advantage going into turn one. On Anthony Fitch being pushed by Invasive Alien. He's going to need a lot of help on the bottom side to get in front of the lead here. That's exactly what he did, but looking on the bottom, there is Invasive Alien underneath. Invasive Alien is going to try and lead the first lap. They're going to be side by side. They're about dead even in this one. They're really dead even, but Invasive Alien actually got a lot of speed in the middle of that front stretch and led the lap. Oh, and a little tap. Dylan Rush in the 46 car got a little antsy there with the Invasive Alien. That put him up into the lead. And right behind him, there's Andy Webb in the 61. 2 laps completed. Right now, Dylan Rush in the lead. It's going to be a really crazy battle for the lead entering turn one. Getting a little bumpy there. Andy Webb is really trying to get his way to the lead. There he goes. Is that Luke Borgowski? No, it's Bob Ross. Sorry. Bob Ross in third. They're still side by side for the lead. Dylan Rush not giving up at all. Although we did give up the lead to Andy Webb. Bob Ross just barely following him behind him. These are very diagonal in these turns. Here comes that number 17 of Michael Canto trying to get his way up to the front. He's currently sitting third. And he has Danica Patrick, I think, that's right behind him. Trying to overtake it. But right now, it is Andy Webb. And then number 5 of Bob Ross. That is controlling these two. Controlling the field. Oh, it's still a little bumpy there. Get a little bump and run there early on by Bob Ross. Bump and run is definitely happening in today's race. That's for sure. You can say that. These guys are really starting to bump each other because they really try to get their wins up into the playoffs. Bob Ross really tried his hardest to stay out front. Michael Canto in the 17, he was battling a lot last week. Of Questions were made as to whether or not this 17 car could really hold that position and get up towards front and win the race after he finished runner-up last week. Bob Ross leads lap 6. About 60 laps to go. We are going to go ahead and take our first commercial break of today. Bob Ross leads lap 6. About 60 laps to go in today's race, so we still have a long ways to go. You're watching the Kansas City Chiefs 500. I don't know. I don't like the football team anyway, but I had to think of a sponsor quick. You're watching Kansas City Chiefs 500 here at Kansas. We'll be back in a few short moments with more racing.
The game's dragging on. There's strikes on the batter. Some runners are on. Then suddenly everyone's looking at me. My mind has been wondering, what could it be? They point to the sky and I look up above, and a baseball falls into my glove. I play right field. It's important you know. You gotta know how to catch. You gotta know how to throw. That's why I play in right field, way out where the dandelions grow.
As a proud sponsor of Little League Baseball, Pizza Hut welcomes all the kids who make it great.
Making it great.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Verizon Indycar Series Action Live from Kansas is presented by Kansas Speedway. It's a good track, and there is a caution.
Right.
Yep, so it looks like caution has come out, and it looks like it happened on the back straightaway. Let's go ahead and find out what happened on this caution. So it looks like it happened pretty quickly. It looks like it took out a lot of drivers. Let's see when it happened. There it goes. It looks like it happened in the middle of the field. And Sebastian Jamin's sideways. Luke Brogowski is sideways. What happened here? Oh, there's other drivers that were sideways. Oh, man. 3 wide's hard enough, but let's go 4 wide at Kansas, because that's exactly what we do. Invasive Alien gets underneath. Who was that? The Muffin Man, that turns him sideways. Invasive Alien, Kevin Barnett sideways. Oh, another hard hit. Oh, it's a big one here. Oh, it's a big one. Kevin Barnett. Oh, another hard hit. Cameron Olbert gets involved. These cars are all sideways here. Let's go ahead and take another look at it. Luke Brogowski gets a little side. No, everybody just gets sideways here. Tiff Foster gets hit hard. Oh, and more hits. Johnny Newton gets hit hard. Cameron Bush is hard into the wall. Oh, and Luke Brogowski was not happy with that. Not happy with that at all, and just decided to take out his frustration on Kevin Barnett. Luke Brogowski not happy at all with that, and has now brought out our first caution. And there was pit stops too. I missed pit stops. Oh well. We'll see what happens. Oh boy. So it looks like Bob Ross came out first on that pit stop. Eli Gordon second. It looks like basically the same situation as Christian Gorman Jr. got a lot of spots on that one. Nobody's a lap down. A lot of drivers getting a lot of positions after that pit stop. A lot of positions. Luke Brogowski's going to have a lot of damage, but he will sure be out there and racing still. So we still have about a little less than 60 laps to go. I've already taken a commercial break. Let's go right on ahead and let's take a look at last week's winner of, where's he at? Marcus Bolton. After that pit stop, that puts him up to 6. He's trying to get 2 wins in a row in this series. I don't think we've had a repeat winner yet. He would love to be the first repeat winner of this series. Let's see if he can do it today. So right now it doesn't look like the pace car is going to get his lights off. I'm going to try to see if it would be it. Semi. This would be. So let's quickly put him up to turn 3. Let's get this race continuing. 1 driver out of the race due to that accident. Bob Ross will take us to the restart flag. Let's see what will happen in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Pace car is about to roll in down pit road. They're still in the middle of turn 3s and 4s. There goes pace car down pit road. Green flag is back in the air here at Kansas. Bob Ross is in the lead. Bob Ross in the front spot. And here comes that 20 of Eli Gordon. He was the outside pole sitter, I believe. He was on the front row with Anthony Finch. So far, we've seen a lot of action in today's race. Especially on these restarts, they get a little crazy and they bump into each other, get the bump and run going. As you can see right there, there was a little bump and run for the front spot. Eli Gordon will aggressively take the lead. Here comes Danica Patrick in the second spot, trying to find her way up into the front. Danica Patrick really tried her hardest to get a good finish. She hasn't had much success in today's series. Bob Ross has really tried his hardest to get back into the second spot. He's getting a little antsy, bump drafting with Danica Patrick. Marcus Bolton, I think that's Marcus Bolton behind them. Is this going to confirm that? That's Christian Gorman Jr., never mind. That was my mistake. We have 50 to go in today's race. So we have 50 laps to go. Let's go ahead and let's take it to Bob Ross. Would introduce us to Crank It Up. Here comes Christian Gorman Jr. for the lead underneath Eli Gordon. Entering turn 3, this is going to be a crazy battle for the lead here. Still side by side, down the front straightaway. We've always seen the drivers underneath everybody in the front straightaway have a lot of speed. Right there, there was a clear showcation of how that works. Danica Patrick, Bob Ross still working together, trying to get up towards the front of the field here. The lead has grown for Christian Gorman Jr., but that'll quickly diminish. Danica Patrick is closing that gap pretty quickly. Right now we have about another 40 laps to go. I guess the good thing now to do would be to take another quick commercial break. Let's go through the field a little bit here. And we will take another quick commercial break in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Right now the battle for the lead heats up. I don't even know where I'm going because of course the stupid pace car's in the way and I can't do anything about it. Okay. So 40 laps to go in this race. What will happen then? We'll find out after the break.
G4 live at E3.
Believe it or not, I'm watching E3. I never thought I'd get in so easily. Watching G4 in my beatable chair. What will I see? Believe it or not, it's E3.
The biggest, baddest video game expo, live on G4.
Goodbye, splatter of alien gore. Goodbye, strange indoor trees. Goodbye, deadly bunker, old friend. Goodbye, giant windmill thingy of unknown purpose. Goodbye, evil obelisk. Goodbye, place where I got sniped, blown up, ambushed, incinerated. Good times. Yeah.
Once you bid fond farewell to Halo 2, pre-order Halo 3 at GameStop. Power to the players. Rated M for mature.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Verizon Indycar Cup Series action live from Kansas Speedway is presented by Target. It is basically Walmart and Kmart and Walgreens and all the other stores. What makes them any different? Christian Gorman Jr. battling with lap traffic here on lap 33. It'll be a big question to whether or not these guys go down pit road one more time, get more tires and fuel. So it could be a good idea to go down there at any point in time here. But Danica Patrick making a move underneath Christian here, getting involved in some lap traffic. Danica Patrick will take the lead here, lap 34. Danica Patrick has Bob Ross right behind her. Ugh. Looks like there's a caution. Yep, there's a caution. I thought there was one because I seen some lights. And Christian Gorman Jr. is sideways. Looks like lap traffic got to the best of him, didn't it? Let's go back and look at it. Mr. Gorman Jr. gets involved in some lap traffic. Makes him go 3 wide. Gets a little too aggressive. And he gets hit above, and there he goes sideways. And a lot of other drivers hit him as well. Several drivers hit him again. Oh, he gets hit. Oh, and he gets hit again. I think that's by George Bowers. Oh, man. A lot of drivers involved in this one. Let's go ahead and rewind it just a little bit. And you'll see that this car right here of Cameron Holbrook was involved in a second accident of today. Will get hit again by invasive alien Sebastian Jamins. So a lot of drivers involved in their second accident of today. Look at another car who got hit and turned around and thrown into more traffic. Let's go back to Christian Gorman Jr. Let me find him again. Let's go to Cameron Olbrook. Here we go. You seen him there. Salmon Graham gets damage. I think that's Luke Borgowski. Yep, that was Luke Borgowski who got involved again. You see a lot of different drivers getting hit. So, yeah. We're under our second caution. And a lot of the drivers that were involved in the first caution are in that one too. These drivers go down pit road. It looks like they are. But that may be just the AEI being on the apron. It looks like they are going to go down pit road. This would be your top-off stop, I believe. As drivers go down pit road. Nobody stays out. They're all going in. A lot of the drivers involved in the accident are going to stay out. Come the drivers coming in. They're going to take 4 fresh Goodyear tires and some Sunoco fuel. And they're going to try and get this stop as quick as possible. They're all coming out. Close battle between first and second, but Danica Patrick's out in front. It'll be a crazy finish, that's for sure, hopefully. Set up drivers out of this race now. We'll take it to the pace car. Oh, pace car, there we go. Let's see who is out of this race. There's a total of about 2, if not 3 drivers out of this race. We'll have to find out when they actually go down past this line and update the standings. We'll take one more quick commercial break and bring you the last 30 laps of this action. It's just the Kansas City Chiefs 500 here. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey man, how's it going?
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
So, I went to the CD store today, and I found a song here that the store clerk says that we should listen to.
Ah. So, is it a good song?
The song is really good. It's being played a lot on TV.
Huh. What's the song called?
The song is called, I think that says J.G. Wentworth's theme song.
Dude, no, don't you fucking do it! Son of a bitch, what have you done?
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. I have an annuity, but I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. 877 cash now. They help thousands, they'll help you too. One lump sum of cash they will pay to you. If you get long-term payments but you need cash now, call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. Call now.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Verizon Indycar Series Live from Kansas Speedway is presented by Pepsi. It is sweeter than Coca-Cola. which means it is better than Coca-Cola. Pace car's lights are off. We're going to have 30 to go here in this race. A little less than 30 to go in this race. Danica Patrick and Bob Ross are in the top 2. I think that's Victor... Nope, Derek Vanderplug's in 3rd. Seen some great action in today's race. Leaders are definitely changing their spots left and right. Pace car rolls in. Danica Patrick will lead these guys off. We're back to racing here at Kansas Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. Derek Vanderplug making a quick look underneath Bob Ross entering turn 1. That sends him up the track. You can see just a little bit behind them, Eli Gordon in the 3rd spot trying to take the 2nd spot away. About 3 wide almost. Danica Patrick is pulling away from these guys. Eli Gordon, and I think that... Oh, I'm going... Well, 3 wide. 3 wide for the 4th spot. There's still 3 wide. Ooh. These guys are getting a little intense here. Anyways. Gabeth is on up to the front spots here. Oh my fucking god. Here we go. Gabeth is moving on up to 2nd. Derek Vanderplug in 2nd right now, trying to take it away from Gabeth. Gabeth won a Whelen Modified Late Model Series race just a few weeks ago. He's looking to add on to that resume of career wins by winning an Indycar Series race. If he's able to do that, that'll really help him out a lot. Gabeth in 2nd right now, trying to overtake Danica Patrick for the 1st spot. You gotta wonder if Gabeth can actually get that going. Derek Vanderplug looking underneath Gabeth, trying to take the 2nd spot away. It's a 3-car battle for the lead. Will anybody be able to make a move on anybody yet? We will have to find out here shortly. Gabeth and Derek Vanderplug are still battling on. Derek gets a little corner of his bumper onto the corner panel of Gabeth. Getting a little contact there. Gabeth really trying his hardest to get up towards the 1st spot here. It'll be a close battle between him and Danica Patrick for the 1st spot. 3 other cars trying to join in on the mix. But they're going to need a lot more work than just being at the 3rd spot. They need to try and get up to the front. "22 laps to go. This time by would make it 22. Danica Patrick is known for leading a few laps in this series. Question will be as to whether or not the 06 team could actually pull off a win in this series. Today it could be one of those days where it could happen. Or Gabeth, or Derek Vanderplug, or hell, even anybody else in the back of the field could even possibly get their win of this season. 1st win, 2nd win, something like that. I don't know. Gabeth is trying to maintain the gap, trying to decrease the gap, but Danica Patrick's maintaining it. Gabeth making a move down the back stretch. is enough to get side by side. Gabeth is now in the lead. With 20 laps to go, Gabeth has taken the lead away from Danica Patrick. Now Danica Patrick is going to lose another spot to Derek Vanderplug. It's a battle between Derek Vanderplug and Gabeth for the first spot. Danica Patrick has fallen back several car lengths. 18 laps to go in this race. It's heating up, you guys. Danica Patrick still trying to take second away. She's gained back up to second. Now she just needs to pass Derek Vanderplug. Gabeth is so far in the lead. Danica Patrick trying to make a move for second underneath Derek. They're going to be side by side. They'll give the advantage to Gabeth to gain a little bit of ground on whoever's going to be in second, which will probably be Danica Patrick. Gabeth has the lead so far. How will things end up for this 6 team? It's the 6 team versus the 0-6 team. 1 and 2, these two are. It's going to be 17 to go right now. Lap times are 30 seconds. So this race will last about another 8 minutes, it looks like. Lap times keep diminishing because of the tire wear. 29.5 for Gabeth that last time by, 29.4 for Danica Patrick. Danica Patrick trying to make a slight move underneath Gabeth for the lead here. It's not enough to try and take it. It's only enough to intimidate him. Can Danica Patrick get her first win of the season, or will Gabeth get his first win of the season? Danica's really trying her hardest to get into the lead, trying to push that car's length to try and get that lead. Gabeth, on the other hand, is just a little bit faster than her. Gabeth is just trying his hardest, his absolute hardest, to get that win that he so desperately desires. And that'll help him get into the playoffs, that's for sure. About 13 laps to go in this race. All Gabeth can do is just block his absolute hardest to get that victory. Danica Patrick has a fast car, that's for sure. But it's no faster than Gabeth's car. Right now, we'll go ahead and take one more quick commercial break here. We'll bring it back to show you the rest of the coverage of today's race. We'll be back in a few short moments as Danica Patrick's about to take the lead away from Gabeth. We'll be back in a moment.
Oh man, what a beautiful day. Well, wait, what's that over there?
Where will you be when the apocalypse hits? Prepare today. This has been a message from people who are paid to scare you.
10 laps to go in today's race, ladies and gentlemen. Gabeth and Danica Patrick have been battling it out throughout the commercial breaks. None of them have even traded the lead yet. Danica Patrick almost had it when we went to commercial, but just failed to get it. Danica Patrick and Gabeth still struggling to find their first win of the season. This could be the best opportunity for the both of them to get it. See the drivers behind them battling it out. But right now we're just focusing on the front two drivers. We're battling it out for the win. Gabeth has not won a race, nor has Danica Patrick. Danica Patrick trying to get to... These two are both trying to get their first wins of the season, which will definitely help one of these guys in the playoffs. The other one will have to wait till another week to get into the playoffs. "59 laps completed. We have about 8 laps to go in today's race. The battle for the lead still heats on. So far, Gabeth has maintained that gap, trying to increase it, but it's not working as Danica Patrick is, well, these two are still pretty dead even. Gap is stuck between less than a tenth. Now that is a tenth of a second, but right now Danica Patrick could easily gain that tenth of a second back. About to go side by side with Gabeth here. Side by side, the back straightaway these two go, but Gabeth has a lot of speed on the high side. This time it does not work. And now here comes that 21 car. Kyler Boggs is caught up to them, as well as that's Dylan Rush, I believe. Yes, that is. He's caught up to it. Danica Patrick once again has that lead, so now Gabeth has lost that lead. Kyler Boggs is now in second, but Dylan Rush is trying to take third away from Gabeth. Several laps to go in today's race. We still have to figure out who will be the leader on the final lap. Right now it's Danica Patrick, but it's now down to 4 drivers. Kyler Boggs looking to try and take the lead away, but we still have about 5 laps to go. Lap times are going down tremendously here. Danica Patrick in the 30-second mark, trying to increase that speed. Dylan Rush going underneath Kyler Boggs. Here comes Gabeth trying to go underneath Dylan Rush here. Gabeth trying to take the runner-up spot, but that's not gonna work. Danica Patrick trying to hold them off for 3 more laps. Three laps to go. Danica Patrick so far maintaining that 0.3 of a second lead. Dylan Rush, not looking like Dylan Rush could easily get up there in time. See the field on back here. We'll go through the field here so slightly. Not too many battles up at the back of the field. Danica Patrick right now is in that lead. There's only 2 more opportunities to go for Dylan Rush to get up towards front. It's looking like Danica Patrick may have the win in the bag right now. So right now, here it is. The white flag, sponsored by Credit One National Bank. Danica Patrick, trying her hardest to get up to the lead for several laps, has now been back up to the lead at lap 61 and has not looked back ever since. Danica Patrick in turn 1 doesn't have much pressure on her. She just needs to do what she's been doing for the past 10 laps. Down turn 3 she goes. Entering turn 4. Down the front stretch she's going. Danica Patrick will win at Kansas. See the standings here. I'll leave these up for a few seconds. What a race it was today. It wasn't as eventful, but it was basically like Charlotte. The lead was definitely traded off a few times, but yeah. So next week we take it to Watkins Glen, so we're taking it to a road course next week. Thank you all so much for watching this race. Yeah. It's been Announcer Taylor, and we'll see you next week at Watkins Glen.